Welcome to our Legacy Connection Plan to Prosper Purpose Party. This is where your pen meets paper and it begins to produce the purpose and the success that you were created to do, to be, to have, and to become. Today we're going to do a walkthrough to help us to understand how to begin to pursue purpose, how to be purpose, how to see purpose, how to pen our purpose. Are you ready to live out the legacy that lies in you? Well, if so, come on with me and let's take the journey to begin to pen our purpose. So this is our plan to prosper for 2022, where we are understanding the value of writing the vision and making it plain, according to Habakkuk 2:2. There is a legacy that is inside of you, and it's time for you to live in that legacy so that you can leave a lasting legacy for generations to come. Are you ready? Well, let's go. Are you ready to take the road to success? Well, that road will lead you to a lasting legacy, as I said, for generations to come. It's time for you to operate in the fullness of who you are that will lead you to your success, full of your gifts, your talents, and your abilities. So if you are ready to get on that road of success, then get your pen, get your paper so that we can plan your purpose. We want you to understand that the writing of your vision is so important. You have to write out what your vision is, write out what your goals are, write out what your plans are, and make it plain. Make it so plain that anybody who's able to read it can fully understand it without there being any interpretation. So again, today we're going to know and learn how to pen our purpose, how to pursue our purpose, how to see purpose, how to be purpose. Why? Because it's time for you to actualize and materialize your legacy. So we're going to start with the first one, which is pen purpose. Again, that's writing the vision and making it plain. There is a profound scripture that says in Habakkuk 2:2, the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and engrave it plainly on tablets so that the one who reads it will run. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, the future. It hurries towards the goal of fulfillment. It will not fail. Even though it delays, wait patiently for it because it will certainly come and it will not delay. So in essence, when you understand the power of penning your purpose, the more that you're able to write it out, the more people are able to see what's inside of you being put out before you. Then that's what gets you one step closer to it being fulfilled. And even though you may experience this thing called life, you may experience some delays. You have to understand that no level of delay is a denial to what is inside of you. It shall come to pass. It is a promise. It is a definite. It is a shall be. So we got to write our purpose. We got to pen our purpose. And so now we're going to talk about how to pen our purpose through what is called mind mapping. Mind map is an easy way to brainstorm. A mind map is a diagram for representing tasks, concepts, or items linked to and arranged around a central concept or subject. We like to call this our legacy mind mapping. Are you ready? Then let's begin mind mapping our legacy. So again, a mind map is a visual way to present and organize your wonderful ideas. It adds structure to the way that you brainstorm so you can easily analyze and be accountable to your actions later on. So number one, we're going to learn how to put in the middle of our page what our main idea is. What is our main topic? What is it that we want to see, be, do, have, become, or develop? I like to call it legacy ideas. So we're going to learn how to write out our legacy ideas, write out our plans, and learn how to be accountable to it and how to break it down in a 3-month quarterly way that we can go back, revisit it, and then do mid-course corrections if necessary. Number two, you're going to think of related subject ideas or topics, and you're going to connect it with the line to the main idea or your main topic that's in the middle. You're going to see that on the next slide. Repeat step 2 until it's redefined and related to the sub ideas or topics are generated. And so this is what it's going to look like. In the middle, the mind map is going to be what your main idea or what your main topic is. What is it that you want to accomplish for 2022? That's going to be inside of the middle. That's your main topic. And then from that, you're going to put subtopics. I like again to call it your legacy ideas. What is it that you want to see? What is it that you want to be? What is it that you want to do? What is it that you want to have? And you're going to break those down that will stem from the main topic. And then as we go forward, you're going to see how to break that down. So the main frame is your legacy, creativity, your goals, and your plans. That's what goes inside of the middle. And then from stemming from that, you're going to write out what is your inspiration? What do you aspire to do in 2022? Your vision, what do you envision or see yourself doing in 2022? You're going to write that out. What are some ideas that you would like to see put into motion, even if it doesn't fully materialize, but at least you're planning it out for the 2022 year? What are your brainstorming ideas? What knowledge would you like to obtain in 2022? What imagination would you like to obtain to be able to see yourself where you know you were created to be? What levels of innovations are inside of you, your gifts, your talents, your abilities that you want to see made manifest in 2022? Motivation. What is it that you want to see and be that will stimulate you to get you to that place of your legacy being fulfilled? And this is all a part of pinning your purpose. And then it's going to look something like this. You're going to then write out the subcategories from whatever that main subject is. That main subject could be being more organized, or that main subject can be being an author, writing a book. And then you would write out from there subcategories of what you want to do. Something that you may want to do may be buy a home. Well, what is it going to entail to buy a home? Going through a course of home ownership, and then so on and so forth, saving up the resources to be able to have your down payment. You have to understand what your vision is and to be able to write it out. And so from the mind map from the previous page, you're going to write the subtopics and ideas that you're going to work towards so that you can prioritize them accordingly. And so you got to be specific and not general on what you want and how you want to achieve your goals. And as we move on, you're going to see how to do that even greater. And all of those who are part of this legacy mind mapping and purpose party, there is a download that you'll be able to fill out, and it's your legacy mind map diagram. And as you fill that out, you'll be able to then break down what it is that you want to see, and we call it chunking down. And so living the 3-month, 12-month lifestyle means that you're breaking down your goals in 3-month time frames. So therefore, you can break it down so that you can see itemized what it is that you want to accomplish, and then you could go revisit frequently. I would say daily or weekly, and then check it off quarterly to see what did you fulfill, what you didn't fulfill. So in this legacy goals boxes, you would write out what are the action items to fulfill the items that you wrote out. If you wrote out you want to be a homeowner, what are the action items that you have to take? Like I said, the classes that you have to take. What percentage of a down payment do you have to generate to be able to go forth? What's the time frame? What are the things that you need? What is your budget? You know, what type of house can you afford? What is it going to cost for the inspection? These are action items that you will put into place that will allow you to be able to accomplish and to fulfill that which you are writing out in your mind map. And then you're setting the time frames to accomplish them in. We're setting these in 3-month increments so that you can again be able to chunk it down so that you can frequently revisit what your goals, your plans, and your actions are, so that you can do mid-course corrections to say, hey, I accomplished this, hey, I didn't fulfill this, and go back and put it back into motion so that you're not waiting to December of 2022 to try to hurry along, to try to finish out things that you didn't start from the goals that you set in January or December 2021. And then, like I said, you're going to revisit them frequently to do what? To hold yourself accountable to your monthly and your quarterly goals. That's so important to have accountability, because if you don't hold yourself accountable and you just live your life as it comes, you will never get anything accomplished. You have to be intentional and you have to be disciplined and determined that you are going to live your life organized and prioritized to be able to fulfill your legacy goals. And after you've done that, then you have to understand now it's time to pursue purpose. After you have pinned your purpose, it's time for you to step. It's time for you to step in purpose, on purpose. Why? Because there is a destination that has your name on it. But if you don't take the first step, you're not going to get to the finish line. And this is why it's so important to pin your purpose before you begin to pursue your purpose. Many people begin to pursue their purpose without writing out what their goals are, what their plans are. It's okay if you write something out and you have to retweak it or rechange it. It's the mere fact of you understanding the power of you writing something out, because that establishes it. It takes it from being just a thought to putting it into action. So it's time for you to begin to pursue your purpose after you have pinned your purpose. Why? Because you have to live life from the inside out. And we're going to talk about what is pursue. To pursue means to continue or to proceed along a path or a route. What is your path? Your path is your destiny. It's your set place of arrival. It's your destination that's only going to be arrived at according to you pursuing purpose through the gift, talents, and abilities that lies within you. That's what living life from the inside out is all about. And then what is life? Life is the ability to be able to move forward, to be able to grow, and to be able to develop. And so now we're going to break down, how do you pursue and attract purpose? Because many people, they chase after purpose when you don't have to chase purpose. You just have to pursue purpose. And when you pursue purpose, you will then attract purpose back unto you, which means that as you present yourself through the gift, talents, and abilities that are within you, it will attract to you the very things, the very people, the very arenas that you need to be in to be able to operate in the gifts and the talents and the abilities that you have. The first thing that you want to do, you want to be able to read. You have to continuously read to get new insight, to get new motivation, to get new information, and also to read biographies of people who have done it before you. Their success always leaves clues. And so we want you to be inspired to go higher and to pursue your purpose by reading books that matter to you and the causes that you see that matters most and what pains you the most. See, a lot of people don't understand that your pain becomes your purpose. Why? Because whatever it is that you have gone through, it allows you to become an expert in that. It allows you to be able to go back and turn around and tell and show others how they can make it over, how they can make it through, and that becomes a part of your life purpose. And leaders are readers. You were meant to be a leader, whether it's just leading your household, your family, your inner circle, on your job, in your community. You are a leader, but a leader must be a reader. And then number two, you want to be able to turn your hurts into healing for others. Your source of pain is your place of purpose, because your past problems are someone else's solution. There is someone else who is at just the starting point where you have already crossed the finish line. And now you can help them to understand how to run their race, how to finish the course, and how to finish strong. You have to learn how to go through what you have gone through. And that's allowing your gifts, your talents, and your abilities to be tied into the challenges that you have overcome. Your pain is your purpose. And you must understand that the things that irritate you the most are the problems God has called you to solve. Why is that so important to understand? Because again, your source of pain is your place of purpose. And then next, you must have an attitude of gratitude. When your mind, your mouth, and your behaviors promote health and well-being, it fosters a sense of purpose. And when you are able to see every challenge that you have experienced in life as a life lesson to assist you in your growth and development, to live and to leave a lasting legacy, you will then attract attract purpose towards you. When you're able to count your blessings, you are able to contribute to the world beyond yourself, which means that now you're not seeing yourself from a victim lenses, but you're seeing yourself as a victor. And from that place of victor, you're able to go back and help others to become victors. And this will give you a greater sense of purpose in your life. And then next, you want to be able to evaluate what problems you are already helping others to solve. You can do this and attract purpose in what people thank you for assisting them with. Your purpose is tied into the continual solutions that you offer the world. Again, the things that irritate you the most are the problems that God has helped you to solve. So do a outlook. Go over your life and look at the continual things that you have done that you see that have been a help, that have been an assistance, that has been a solution to someone else's problem. And then you will begin to see the source of what your life's purpose is. And then also how to pursue and attract purpose. You want to find and build community. Take a look at people around you. You got to look at, what do you have in common with them? What are their life goals? What impact do you see them having on the world? Is the impact a positive one? Do you see yourself joining with them to making that impact? What do they need? Can you give what they need to them? If the answers to any of these don't inspire you, then you might need to find a new community. And with that, a new purpose may come. So many times people are in circles of influence that are not inspirational and are not influential to their purpose. In that sense, some people are only in circles of victim mentality minded people that just keep them where they are. I'm going through, me too. You have to be in a circle where you're not the smartest, where you're not the most educated. You have to be in a circle where you can have something and someone that can pull you up while you can turn back around and pull others up. It has to be that dual cycle at all times. And when you understand that, then that will allow you to continue to pursue purpose, because you're continuously looking to go higher, opposed to staying at a plateau state of being, or even being dragged back to where you used to be and what you used to do. It's time for you to be able to pursue your purpose and attract purpose so that you can live and leave a lasting legacy. And then next, we want you to be able to tell your story. I like to say it like this: your story for God's glory. Why? Because purposes arise from your own life. What levels of obstacles that you have encountered, you got to think about that. Whatever it is that you have encountered is now a part of your life purpose to help others to overcome and to get out and to get over and get to the other side of those obstacles. And then you got to look at what strengths have helped you to overcome them. Again, those are pinpoints to be able to go back and to refer to be able to show others the way out. And then you got to ask yourself, how did other people help you in and through this process? How did your strengths help make your life better for others? Again, the things that irritate you the most are the problems God has called for you to solve. And that's a quote by Adrian Blue, my husband, who is big on understanding that your pain is your purpose. If it irritates you, if it once pained you, if it was once your place of tragedy, then today it should be your place of triumph. If it was once your place of weeping, then today it should be your place of reaping. It should be your place of purpose. It should be the place where you're able to live and leave a lasting legacy. So now we're going to go on to seeing purpose. Now that we have an understanding of how to pin our purpose and how to pursue our purpose, how do we see purpose? How do we see 2022 in the eyesight and the lens as God sees us? How does God see us? He sees us as an original masterpiece, not a copycat or not a version of what somebody else has put on us or wants us to be. But he wants us to see ourselves in our original state, and that's made in his image according to his likeness. The word see simply means to discern mentally after reflection or from information that you can understand. So the information and the reflection that I want you to discern mentally on today is that you were made in the image and the likeness of God. You were not made to be a victim. You were not made to live a lowly life. You were not made to just get by or just to be a survivor, but you were meant to be a thriver. You were meant to overcome. You were meant to break prior cycles that prior generations couldn't do inside of your family. And let's look at the word of God. It says Psalms 139:14. Oh yes, you shaped me first inside and then out. You formed me in my mother's womb. And I thank you, high God, because you are breathtaking. Body and soul, I am marvelously made. This is a daily affirmation that you have to speak to yourself. Regardless of what you see in the natural, you have to understand that in the spirit, you were made as an original masterpiece. There is no duplication of you. You are one of a kind. You are like a snowflake. You may be imitated, but you can't be duplicated. And when you come to the understanding of the power that you possess through your originality, through your authenticity that God has placed in and only through you, through your gifts, your talents, and your ability, then and only then will you begin to see purpose. Why? Because you're not seeing your circumstances. You're seeing your ability to overcome and to transcend those circumstances to get to your place of arrival, your destination to live and to leave a lasting legacy. And then we want to talk about vision. In order to see purpose, you can't see according to what you see around you. You have to be able to see through the lens of vision. And now we're going to talk about how do we translate our vision and put it into a vision board. What is a vision board? It's a collage of images, words that represents a person's wishes or goals that they intend to serve as an inspiration or motivation to fulfill legacy. Vision board is not a group or collage of pictures or quotes or sayings just for wishful thinking or hopeful thinking, but a vision board should be the very thing that you understand that you're going to be, do, have, and become in the immediate future is put right before your eyes so that every day you have a point of reference to see who you are in and through God. See who you are in and through the gifts, the talents, and the abilities that are placed on inside of you. To see who you are as the legend that you were created to be and the legacy that you were created to live. Again, if you're a part of this group today, there is a link inside of your email that will show you how to create a vision board, how to put the vision before you, not for wishful thinking, but for accountability, so that you can take what you have penned according to purpose, according to your goals. You can now put a vision to your writings and merge those together, put an action plan together, and operate in it until you're able to see it. Because it's only when you're able to see it that you will be able to be it. If you can't see it, you won't be it. And so it's so important to operate through the lens of vision. This is an example of a vision board. It's just simple things of actual, tangible manifestations that can be attained in the next 12 to 24 months. Vision boards are not meant to be able to wishful think 5, 10, 15, 20 years later. It's meant to have your reality, who and what and where you're supposed to be right before your face. So on here, it has a new business. It has education, graduation. It has peace, because you have to allow peace to be still inside of you. If you're living your life full of anxiety, full of, I don't know, oh, I hope it comes together, you got to have peace that will give you the confidence. And then mindset. Your mindset will determine and dictate what you can and what you will or will not achieve. You got to have an attitude of gratitude, because when you have the attitude that you can and you will, then your behavior begins to mimic that, and then that behavior begins to put that mindset into action, which then produces your success. You must know that what you focus on the most It's only that will expand. This is why mindset matters, because when you're focusing on your future, when you're focusing on your purpose, when you're focusing on leaving a lasting legacy, that's what will expand inside of your life. We have a quote that says, if you doubt, you will do without. But there's going to be no doubting amongst those who are listening. Why? Because you know you have a destination to get to. You have a legacy to live out and to leave so that you can make a lasting imprint for generations to come. Now let's look at words and why words are so powerful. Why? Because the very words that you speak are going to create life or death inside of your life. Words are also what helps you to see vision. It helps you to see what you have thought come to pass. Words are a great place to start when you're thinking about vision board ideas. Words impact us and they direct our pathways. It's not other people's words that direct your pathway. I know you may have thought you are where you are, or you're not where you're supposed to be because of what other people did or didn't do, how they was there or wasn't there for you. But in actuality, it's all about what you speak. And so when you're able to pen words of power, words of encouragement, words of empowerment, when you're able to describe those feelings, speak your state of being, they will invoke the experiences that you have had or you wish to have. So we want you to gather words that describe how you want to be or what you want to feel. You can even write them in big, bold, colorful letters. So again, you have that vision before you in word form. So on a daily basis, you're speaking what you want to see and what you want to be. You can speak success. You can speak, I have multiple ideas. You can speak, I have the strategies and instructions to be able to get to my destination. You got to see it in order to go up and to reach your place of destination. And so after you understand the power of seeing purpose, now that leads us to being purpose. What is your purpose? Your purpose is to live in legacy and to leave a lasting legacy. The word be simply means to occur or to take place. If you are standing still, if you're not being, if you're not moving, if there is nothing put into motion or action, you are not progressing, you are digressing. So to be means to be in motion. To be means to become. It means to be in action, to be in motion. And then the word legacy means the story of a person's life. Every single day you are creating, you are living out your legacy, and what you are doing or what you are not doing will be what you will leave behind. And so that should allow you to ponder on, what is my current legacy? Am I truly fulfilling my life's purpose? Am I living in my life's assignment? Am I living according to the gifts, the talents, and abilities that are inside of me? Or am I allowing them to lie dormant inside of me? And when you ponder on that question, then that will allow you to understand the importance of why you have to be purpose. Because if you're not being intentional about purpose, if you're not being intentional about leaving a legacy, then the legacy that you leave will be that of an incomplete assignment. And then you will find yourself being inside of the place that the biggest field of dreams is, and that's the cemetery. Well, I'm declaring that you will not be a part of that number, that you will not die full of creativity, full of innovation, full of all of the gifts, talents, and abilities that only you could produce, but that as you understand the power of penning purpose, pursuing purpose, seeing purpose, and being purpose, that it will cause you to move into living and leaving a lasting legacy. So you have to understand that you are a legend. And when you understand that you are a legend, this will help you to be inspired and motivated to leave that lasting legacy. What impact will your life make between your sunrise and your sunset? From the womb to the tomb, what will your mark be? And you must live life on purpose and live out the legacy that lies within you. Nobody else can live life for you. No one else can fulfill the assignment that God has upon your life. You have to see and be and become who you were created to be. And that's a legend, living in and leaving a lasting legacy. Maya Angelou put it this way: if you're going to live, leave a legacy, make a mark on the world that cannot be erased. Leave a mark that cannot be forgotten, that even if people don't know your name or don't remember your face, they will never forget the mark that you made. They will never forget the empire that you built. They will never forget the books that you wrote. They will never forget the love that you gave. You have to understand that your life has much value, much worth, but it's only when you know that, it's only when you can see it, that you can actually be it. So we want you to understand the power of you going and pinning your purpose, pursuing your purpose, seeing your purpose, and being your purpose. If a journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step, then it's time for you to step up, to step out, and step into the legacy and be the legend that you were created to be. Are you ready to do that? Are you ready to make a difference and an impact? Are you ready to live life in purpose, on purpose, and for purpose? Well, if so, we want you to come on and join us here at the Legacy Connection, where we offer legacy coaching and legacy collaboration. The legacy coaching to help you to identify, to help you to understand, to help you to birth out the gifts, the talents, and the abilities that are gifts that the world is awaiting. And then the legacy collaboration to join with other like-minded individuals that are ready to live life in and through and for legacy that will precede them and that will live beyond them and that will precede them for generations to come. Well, we want you to understand that you are a VIP and that you were created for legacy, you were created for destiny, you were created for greatness. So don't delay. Join us here at the Legacy Connection today. Again, what are you waiting for? It's time for you to live out your legacy. So we want you to join the connection. We want you to be a part of this community that will allow you to have an identity and an understanding of the gifts, the talents, the ability that is lying on the inside of you, how to birth them forth, and then how to nurture, how to care for the growth and the development of the gifts and the talents and abilities that you have. Why? Because those things are the gifts that the world is awaiting. There are millions in your mind, there are millions in your mouth, and there are millions in your movement. But you must understand the power of who you are, and we can help you with legacy coaching to help you get from it being a promise to it being your produce, it just being what was in your mind to actually being what has been manifested in your life. This is your time to ascend and transcend your prior levels, your prior places of what used to conquer you. It's time for you to live as the legend that you are and to live out the legacy that lies within you. So we want you to join us at the legacyconnection.info to gain more information about the Legacy Connection that's getting ready to launch in 2022. But we have some special treats for you in these final days of December to help you to finish strong. They say in 21 days, you can make or break any habit. So we're going to help assist you in these last 21 days, how to shift your mindset to prepare you to be able to further pin your purpose, pursue your purpose, see your purpose, and be your purpose. Are you ready for that? Then join us, stay connected with us, and see how you can live out the legacy that lies within you. So we want you to stay connected to us on social media. It is time for you to be the legend and to live and to be and to have the legacy that you were created and predestined to have. But it doesn't stop there, because in these 21 days, we want you to be our VIP guest. We have a VIP subscription membership that we want you to join that will give you daily legacy motivational text, weekly legacy email, and a weekly legacy coaching video that will help you to finish strong in 2021, so that as 2022 comes, that you can hit the ground running and that you can further live out and leave the legacy that lies within you. So again, we want you to meet us at the legacyconnection.info and start building and living and leaving the lasting legacy that lies within you.